Camping's always been one of those things that you assume is all about roughing it out and fighting the elements in nature. And while the standard bare-bones tent setup has kind of been the norm for probably centuries at this point, you'd be surprised to see how far we've actually come in terms of innovation in this space. Not only do we have some super high-tech setups that pop out automatically, but we've also got luxury camping tents that really transform the whole outdoors experience. So from the massive THULE tent to the gorgeous Alventor bubble tent, here are some of the best camping tents out there on the market right now. If you thought that the pop-up tent was impressive, then prepare to be blown away by this absolute beast of a camping tent. To be fair, it's more of a full-size parachute cabin than a tent, especially if you get the 4-person variants. The design of this thing is also really fascinating as it uses your car as an anchor instead of the ground. And from there, it extends outward with its house-like structure. It's got windows, a door, and even an upstairs space, kinda like an attic. Also, if you're not fond of living on the ground, you can just keep the top part intact and use the ladder to climb up there instead. Of course, it's also got the usual bells and whistles like weather resistance. For realsies though, living on the roof of your car doesn't really get better than THULE, which is easily one of the coolest tents out there. Growing up, we've all dreamt of having our own treehouse, but usually they're not worth the trouble, especially when it comes to making them robust. However, if you really can't let go of your childhood dream, then Tentsile's got the next best thing for you with Vista. In essence, it's a floating camping tent for 3 people, but in all honesty, it's more of a treehouse hammock hybrid. Not only is it super portable, but it's also very robust, which is obviously one of the biggest upsides. Plus, it's got 3 powerful ratchets that strap right onto 3 trees, so you don't have to deal with any of that hammer business either. The best thing about it though is the fact that on top of being incredibly comfy, it's also fully UV and rain resistant, and comes with insect netting. So you've really got nothing to worry about even in the depths of a forest. Now, you're probably familiar with pop-up camping tents as they're super common these days and have been around for a while. What's so special about this particular pop-up tent though is the fact that CINCH has been working to perfect its design for almost a decade. And no jokes, the result is pretty astonishing. Not only is it the tallest pop-up tent that you can get your hands on, but it's also one of the strongest. In fact, a 6-foot tall person can fully stand inside this bad boy and still have headroom left above. Plus, since it falls under the category of camping tents for 4 persons, you've got plenty of space as well. Oh, and it's got 4 doors, solar-powered lanterns, ground sheets, a storage backpack, and a ton of other stuff included with the kit. Also, it's fully weatherproof, but that's to be expected from something this good. Alright, camping tents aren't really meant to be super large, as they're more of a temporary thing. But what if you did have a huge tent that you could turn into your home in some remote location? Well, if you like that idea, then this quote-unquote emperor tent's definitely gonna intrigue you. For starters, it's absolutely massive. Like, you could put a whole coffee table, sofas, and a bed inside it without any issue. On top of that, it's also got that super dope bell aesthetic that makes it look like you're mystic living in some remote land. Or if you're more of a faire person, then they've got those pointy top designs too. And of course, like any of the other best camping tents, this one's got all the weather shielding as well. We've already seen some of the coolest tents on the market, but this bad boy from Nemo might just take the cake. Now, you might be wondering whether it's related to the movie Finding Nemo. Sadly though, that'd be a no. But hey, if there's any consolation, at least it's still orange and kinda looks like a clownfish. All jokes aside, this is one of the most advanced camping tents out there thanks to its futuristic design language. Like, it looks like one of those tents that an astronaut might use or something. However, it's not all looks, as the aesthetic serves a purpose too. You see, the Nemo tent is made to keep mountaineers secure on narrow ledges and in high exposure areas. So it's got vents to manage condensation and a special window for visibility in bad conditions. Plus, it's incredibly robust. It can even repel really strong mountain winds with ease. Alright, which of these camping tents did you love the most? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.